Well, that was definitely a classic. That was Listen to the Music by the Doobie Brothers. Who doesn't feel good after listening to a Doobie Brothers tune? I think everybody does. Right? Don't you think so? It just gets you feeling good. It's that good 60s and 70s vibration, right? The old One Love revolution. So very cool. And it is still going. Hey, the Love Revolution. We are holding on strong. A lot of work ahead, but we're holding on strong, and that's the important thing. So now we're going to take a minute to acknowledge the good things that are going on in the world. Now, the last show that I did, we talked about, I don't know if it was 10, but it was great things that happened last year in 2017, because here we are, brand new year, new beginnings, new year. So this one is a little bit more specific, this list. This is the 10 most fascinating science stories of 2017. It is an exciting time to be alive, that's for sure. Some may only recall this year as a year of personal and political frustration. So we're going to remind you that 2017 brought to life some fascinating revelations and scientific breakthroughs. We've reviewed our archives and collected the most eye-opening and click-worthy articles. This is speaking as goodnewsnetwork.org. That's where this is coming from. These gems really intrigued our audience, like the use of stem cells to regrow hair, and a 26-year-old mother giving birth to a 24-year-old baby. We hope you find a few that are worthy of resharing on your social feeds, which I will be resharing this whole article on Positive Power Facebook page and also on my Twitter. So here are the year's most impressive science articles, counting down in the order of their popularity. Now, I take a lot of, probably 90% of the good news, excuse me, that I share on the Positive Power online radio show comes from this site, because it's a great site. And I'm a contributor. I contribute. You see that more and more online on YouTube. Excuse me, my friend Sandy and I were just talking about that. My co-host from In the Know, about how on YouTube is more controlled now, and they've changed their payout structure. So people are asking for private contributions. Excuse me. Let's have a drink together, shall we? Gotta love my coffee. So, it's more and more common. So the Good News Network, it's the same kind of site. So, number 10, breakthrough device heals organs and skin with a single touch. Researchers have created a revolutionary device that can regenerate any kind of body tissue and repair injuries with just a touch to the afflicted area. It takes just a fraction of a second. You simply touch the chip to the wounded area, then remove it, says Chandan Sen, director of the Center for Regenerative Medicine and Cell-Based Therapies. At that point, the cell reprogramming begins. Wow, we are amazing, aren't we? The people who came up with this are amazing, and our bodies are amazing to have the capabilities to pull this all together. I just want to take a second to mention that if you do go and you find this article through me, by yourself, whatever, there is, for every one of these 10 things, there is a space where you can click and see more details. Maybe something interests you. Maybe there's one of these things you want to actually use or ask your doctor about. Number 9, world's largest air purifier transforms Chinese smog into actual diamonds. This shimmering park tower isn't just a glamorous piece of architecture. It is the largest air purifier in the world, and it is turning China's smog into diamonds. The tower is a 23-foot tall metal structure that is capable of filtering 75% of harmful PM 2.5 and PM 10 particles from the surrounding air, thus producing 30,000 cubic meters of clean air per hour. Fantastic. This creates a bubble of air around the tower, offering smog-free solace to urban dwellers. That is so very cool. Now, I don't know where the diamonds fit into the whole thing. I think it's definitely worth going to the article and clicking there to find out how that actually plays out. Number 8, get the perfect revenge on scammers by forwarding their emails to an artificial intelligence robot. Oh, I'm liking this idea. Scamming is big business, an industry worth over $1 billion per year. Many people fall for scams, and even the people who don't can't really do much other than ignore it. Well, computer scientists at NetSafe, an online safety nonprofit in New Zealand, built Rescam, an artificial intelligence that messes with the scammers and wastes their time. I love it. Have you seen the Facebook video, or I don't know, YouTube video, whatever it is, about the guy that interacts? He's British or Australian, and he emails them back, and he's after, the free camera or whatever. He is so funny. It's so funny when people have the time and the humor to start messing around with the scammers. It makes me laugh. Number 7. They've created a font that's designed specifically for dyslexia, and it really works. While this may look like a slightly more playful version of a regular font, those lines and letters have actually been designed specifically for dyslexia. After spending years struggling with his own dyslexia, Dutch graphic designer Christian Boer created a special font called Dyslexie as his graduation project for the Utrecht School of Arts in 2008. Wow, that is very cool. So you can actually get this now and use it. So if you have dyslexia or somebody in your family, definitely check that out. It's called Dyslexie, Dyslexie. Wow, very cool. Number 6, FDA says MDMA is breakthrough cure for PTSD after shocking success of clinical trials. I know we covered this one. Recreational drugs don't sound like something you do in a doctor's office, but the Food and Drug Administration wants that to change for people who need real help. The FDA just approved the substance, more clinically known as MDMA, as a breakthrough medical drug, and will work to move it through clinical trials as efficiently as possible. Good, because PTSD is taking the world by storm right now, or the Western world anyways. Number 5, teacher shows students how negative words can make rice moldy. Now, if you have never heard of Dr. Emoto, check him out online. That's what this is based off of. And before the Playfair Music Complex burned down, Steve and I, we actually did a rice experiment, and it's all on video. I can tag the video after this article on the Playfair Music, or on the Positive Power page. Very cool experiment. A lot of you considered this post. Oh yeah, see, and people have mixed. Sorry, I'm sort of reading while I'm talking here. Have mixed opinions on the rice thing because you can't prove it, right? It's one of those things that we require a double-blind study to anything that science validates, and anything to do with emotions and natural energy. We can't duplicate it 2 times because it's just not possible to do. So it leaves stuff like this to be a very gray area, right? But check it out. Dr. Emoto, E-M-O-T-O, I believe that's what it is. And he does lots of great experiments. Check out our experiment we did. But what this teacher did is she brought it into the classroom, the rice experiment, and she taught them to do the experiment. So she had them talk nice to one rice and not nice to the other rice. I can't imagine a bunch of kids saying a bunch of not nice stuff. It'd be comical to watch, right? And then you ignore a jar and you see that what the results are. So they saw what their words were doing, which wonderful skills for the future. My goodness. Number 4, in a world first, scientists reverse brain damage in a drowned toddler. I remember we covered this one too. Eden Carlson's parents were told that their beloved 2-year-old daughter would most likely be a vegetable for the rest of her life. But then, an experimental therapy reversed her brain damage. Can you imagine what an emotional roller coaster that would be? How awesome. Number 3, new cancer drug is so effective against tumors, the FDA approved it immediately. This groundbreaking new drug for cancer treatment was immediately approved by the FDA in light of its revolutionary effects on tumors across the body. The drug, known as pembrolizumab, brand name Keytruda, Keytruda, is the first cancer treatment that can be used against 11 different kinds of cancers, no matter their location. Wow. Whether in the bone, the colon, the pancreas, the brain, or lung, as long as the tumor has certain biomarkers. So, it's going to have to qualify, but it's worth a try. So, if you know somebody, everybody knows somebody, check that out. Find out if it's available, in your area, or how you can tap into this. If you qualify, check it out. Number 2, record baby. 26-year-old gives birth to a girl who was frozen 24 years ago. Wow, we've accomplished a lot in my lifetime. That is so cool. So she was frozen as an embryo at the National Embryo Donation Center in Clinton, Tennessee, 24 years ago, to be restored and came to life as a baby. Oh my gosh. Wow. And the number 1 most popular science story is, are you ready for this? All those stories, right? Helping with cancer, saved a drowning baby, or 2-year-old, whatever. And the number 1 story is, researchers activate stem cells to make hair grow. Isn't that funny? So if you've never been able to grow a full head of luscious locks, and you can't stand the itchiness of toupees, fear not, science may have a solution for your hairy problem. Scientists at the University of California, Los Angeles Health Sciences have successfully managed to activate the body's stem cells in order to stimulate hair growth. So, if you're interested in any of those stories, definitely go find them on the Good News Network or go to the Positive Power Facebook page. Click on it, and then you can go and you can click on the links, get more information. Maybe that will help you. Maybe you need more hair. Maybe it's not even as serious as, cancer. But we're going in leaps and bounds with technology. So this is, the stuff that gives us hope. The stuff we need to focus on. That's going to be a good year. We did all that in 2017. Let's be excited about 2018 and what is yet to come. Right? Let's embrace it. Bring it on. We are so ready. We are so